Hello, EKG students. Welcome. As a reminder, we are going to be integrating the exam and the lectures throughout the rest of the semester. So I always encourage you to download the exam in advance so that you can work through the questions and the answers. For greater accuracy, how do we calculate heart rate? We use a technique called the R-wave to R-wave method. You'll often hear it referred to as the R to R method. Let's learn it. And you notice this is number 4 on your exam, question number 4. With the R to R method, you count the total seconds between two R waves. Divide into 60. And as a reminder, one small box equals 0.04 seconds. So 60 is always in our numerator, always with the R to R method. And then essentially just count small boxes. You know there's 5 in a large box, so here's 5, 10, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. We count half boxes. So that's 19 and a half small boxes times 0.04. Gives us 0.78 seconds. Now class, get your calculators out. 60 divided by 0.78 seconds, what do you get? 77 beats per minute. And that's the R to R method. Okay, calculate heart rate with triplets and R to R method. This is question number 5. Let's do the triplets together. What do we start with? Okay, we got it. 0. Next. Yeah, 300, 150, 100. Learn those triplets. 75. And in this case, we see that heart rate is above 60 beats per minute. And with triplets, that's all we need to know. Now, let's go ahead and calculate the R to R. Put in the numerator 60. And let's go for it. Let's go for it. Remember, there's 5 small boxes in a large box. So here's 5, 10, 15, 20, 21, 22, 23. That looks right on the line. 24 small boxes. So 24 times 0.04 seconds equals 0.96 seconds. You do the calculation, class. 60 divided by 0.96. What are we getting? 63 beats per minute. We're always getting beats per minute, class. Reminder, divide 60 by total seconds. That's what you always do for heart rates. Divide 60 by total seconds with the R to R method. With the R to R heart rate method, if your calculation is 0.5 or higher, we round up. So we don't use decimals with heart rates, class. If you have 62.5 beats per minute, round it up to 63 beats per minute. All right, here's number 6 on your exam. What is the heart rate with triplets and R to R? All right, help me out, class. Which can we use for a triplets? Remember, for the triplets, the R has got to be on the dark line of a large box or within a small box, so it's right on the line. So we definitely can use this QRS, number 1 QRS. Can we use the second QRS? Nope. It's too far away. Look, it's beyond that one small box. And then, of course, we're not going to go backwards. So we're going to do our triplets on our first cardiac cycle. Let's go for it, class. 0, 300, 150, 100, 75. And class, we know this heart rate is greater than 60 beats per minute. And with triplets, it's all about speed. That's all we need to know with the triplets. So let's go ahead and find our R to R heart rate. What do we do first, class? Put 60 in the numerator. Okay, let's go ahead and count seconds. Let's start here, wherever it's easiest to count. I think this is really easy to count right here. So we got 5, 10, 15, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24 again. 24 times 0.04, we've done this calculation, is 0.96 seconds, 0.96 into 60, class, and your calculation is, yeah, 63 beats per minute. We've done that one. All right, number 7. Here's number 7 on your exam. What is heart rate? Just with triplets. All right, the question below says, what cardiac cycles would you use? All right, let's count cardiac cycles. Remember, working left to right, cardiac cycle is PQRS. It's basically one heartbeat. So let's count cardiac cycles. Here's 1, here's 2, here's 3, here's 4, there's 5, there's 6, there's 7. Okay, the question, which cardiac cycles would you use? I always just start at 1. Is 1 good? No, that's too far away from that dark line. What about 2? Oh yeah, that's great. It's on the line, just slightly off, so 2 is good. What about 3? No, class, it is beyond that one small box. What about 4? Nope, cannot use it. What about 5? You know, it's too far away. It's one small box and beyond. Whoa, what about 6? It's within one small box. Remember, it's within one small box, either way of that dark line. So 6 is good too. What about 7? No, not at all. All right, let's do triplets. Let's go with cardiac cycle number 2. 0, 300, you finish it. Yeah, greater than 100 beats per minute. We are getting this. There's Augusta Waller with his pet Jimmy. And when you read about Augusta Waller, he used to bring Jimmy to the lab all the time. So Jimmy is an exercise physiology lab maniac, just like many of you. And Jimmy loves EKG. He loves EKG students, and here he is welcoming you. Hi, EKG students. I'm your EKG pet buddy. He'll be with us all semester. He'll come visit us. He is one of our virtual buddies for sure. And it is true, he loves EKG, as did Augusta Waller for sure. And we're really moving, class, so stay up with it. Study, learn, and know, our mantra. Study, learn, and know, our mantra. Each exam is now integrated with the lecture. It's the best way of teaching for the virtual that we're in, the virtual world that we're in, integrating the lecture and the exam. It really, hopefully, will make it so much greater for you to enjoy and easier to learn. Okay, here we got it. Number 7, triplets heart rate and R-wave to R-wave heart rate methods. Well, I'll get you started on the triplets, so let's go ahead and get started. Here we have it, and you're following me, but you know it. So here we see our triplets taking us to, we know it's greater than 50 beats per minute. And now, what are the total seconds, class? What are the total seconds? So let's count here. So there's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 26, 27. Looks like 28 seconds times 0.04. Equals 1.12 seconds. So 60 divided by 1.12 seconds, class, do the calculation. What are you getting for the R to R heart rate? 54 beats per minute for number 7. 54 beats per minute. You got it. Okay, number 8. Okay, triplets and R to R again. All right, let's get started. I'll start us on that triplets. Here we have it. 0, 300, 150, 100, 75, 60. Class, that looks like it's right on 50, doesn't it? It is on 50. It is. You know, when you look at seconds, here's 5. Remember, there's 5 small boxes. So, you know, that's how I'm counting. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Is that right, class? I hope so. I hope so. Times 0.04. Let's see if I got it right. 30 times 0.04 seconds equals 1.2 seconds. 60 divided by 1.2. That's got to be 50 beats per minute. Yeah, it is. We got it. We got it. Oh, another one, number 9, class, number 9, triplets and R to R. You know, class, we do repeat a lot because in EKG, it's a science language and you have to repeat, just like any language you repeat, but this is a scientific language. Okay, I'll start us off. Let's get our triplets going. There we go. Here's our 0, 300, we got 150, 100, 75, 60, 50. Whoa, this is less than 50 beats per minute. This is less than 50, though. Let's go ahead. Let's calculate the R to R. We need our total seconds. So work with the small boxes. Here's 5, here's 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 31, 32, 33 small boxes times 0.04. What's that, class? 33 times 0.04 equals 1.32 seconds. 60 divided by 1.32 seconds, class, what are you getting? 45 beats per minute for number 9. 45 beats per minute for number 9. Class, this is really interesting. This is the year 2020. The hexaxial reference system was developed in 1951. EKG is such a young science. 1951. And it's incredible math. Look at the math that went into the development of the hexaxial reference system. Just amazing. Dr. Kravitz, how do we measure an EKG strip to determine if it is a regular or irregular rhythm? Class, rhythms are either regular or irregular. You got two choices. If someone asks you, what's that rhythm? You're going to say regular or irregular. When you do a rhythm check, you got two answers to choose from, regular or irregular. Now, the electrophysiologist uses these EKG calibers. Cardiologists use the EKG calibers because they can be really precise, particularly if they're looking at something unusual that is happening in the heart and they want to know exactly what that heart rate is. And for our class, I suggest cards, 3 to 5 cards, 5 to 7 cards. Envelopes work wonderful. It's best to have something that's just a little firmer than regular paper, although in reality, class, paper, if you fold it over, it's got just enough firmness to do a real good rhythm check. So choose any one of these, envelope, cards, or paper. I like to fold the paper over if I use it. All right, here's the question. Is the EKG strip, sometimes we'll say EKG rhythm strip, but EKG strip a regular or irregular rhythm? So is this EKG strip regular or irregular? We got to find out. We got to measure it. So how do we do it? Well, let's watch a demo how to do this measurement. Here we go. All right, here we have that same EKG strip. And for this, that's my card. Look how big it is. For this demo, look how big that card is. So you always go from left to right. The first thing you do is you establish the distance between your cardiac cycle number 1 and cardiac cycle number 2. Your R wave of the first cardiac cycle and the R wave. Why do you use the R wave? It's got a real point, so you can be really accurate. You always try to use the R or on an EKG where the point is. And in most cases, it's going to be the R wave. And it's very, very visual. So first with your card, with your envelope, establish the distance between cardiac cycle number 1 and cardiac cycle number 2. Keep that. This is really the key. Then you go from the first to second to the second to the third, and you see if there's any distance difference. Right on. There is absolutely no difference. Then you go to the next R to R wave and check to see if there's any difference in R to R wave distance. Not at all. Look at this rhythm. Going to the next R to R wave, you're looking to see if they vary. And this is not varying at all. Wow, look at that, class. That is just so textbook regular. Look at that from the next one. And class, you go through the entire rhythm strip. You don't just do a few, you do the entire rhythm strip. One R wave to the next R wave to the next R wave, all the way until you can't go any further, and that is it. Class, that is textbook regular. And that's how you do it. Now, if you want, pause your YouTube video and rewind, start again and watch that. This will always be up, but that was just classic how you measure an EKG rhythm strip, determine if it's regular or irregular. And now, class, what is your virtual teaching method, Dr. Kravitz, to determine if a regular or irregular rhythm? Class, I'm not going to videotape every one of our rhythm strips the rest of the semester. That would take forever. But for our virtual teaching, here's the technique we're going to use. I'll establish cardiac cycle number 1 and cardiac cycle number 2. Now, I'll lock that in place. That's the distance between cardiac cycle number 1 and QRS number 2. QRS is a cardiac cycle. Then I'm just going to maintain that distance and go down the rhythm strip. So here we see absolutely no distance. Here we see now between the third and fourth, and you go from one to the next. Now from the fourth to the fifth, and now to the next. Yeah, you just work down the rhythm, and you're seeing if there is any difference and it's time that we're measuring, if there's any difference in time. And we're not seeing anything, class. Look at that. That is a regular rhythm. That is regular. All right, now everyone's thinking, how much difference must R to R waves vary for it to be classified as irregular? Class, 0.16 seconds. Yeah, 4 small boxes. Not 2, not 3, 4 small boxes. Now, some textbooks say 0.12, but we use the 0.16. That's much better for irregular. 4 small boxes. How many times must it vary by 0.16 seconds to be irregular? 1 time. Class, it only has to vary 1 time, and we call it an irregular rhythm. Just once when you're doing that measurement. Our rhythm is either regular or irregular. You got 2 choices. Someone says, what is that rhythm? It's regular or irregular. Class, please pause the YouTube video and print the link that says EKG Worksheet 1. Some of you have already printed it. If you printed it, you'll just keep going. But if you haven't, go ahead and print. It's right on our webpage, the EKG Worksheet 1 for this week. All right, it's your turn. See which rhythm strips are regular or irregular. For 10, 11, 12, and 13, I want you to do a rhythm check, just like I did in the demo video. Just like I did in the demo video, go through each one and then write regular or irregular. These are all exam questions, 10, 11, 12, and 13, all exam questions. And take your time, hit the pause button. When you're ready, come back. All right, welcome back. Let's check your work. For number 10, what did you get, class? Good, regular. 11, what did you get for this? Regular or irregular? Number 11. Regular, good. Number 12, what did you get, class? Regular or irregular? Regular, got it. Number 13, what did you get, class? Regular or irregular? Whoa, irregular. How many got it? How many of you got it? Great. Let's check that number 13. That looks pretty interesting. So what you do, first establish your distance. There's cardiac cycle number 1, cardiac cycle number 2. All right, so you've used your envelope, your card, your folded paper. Now you just work down the entire rhythm strip. So I've locked this in place. All right, no difference there. Whoa, class, look at that. Look at that. That's about 5, 6, 7, 8. That's almost 10 small boxes. Whoa, that is amazing. Yeah, all it needs is 1. That is irregular. But keep working down because we need to know this for our EKG interpretations later this semester. So go to your next R to R. Let's go there. No difference there. Go to your next R to R. No difference there. Go to your next R to R. No difference there. Go to your next R to R. No difference there. Now go to your next R to R. Oh my gosh, look at that. That is 10 small boxes. Woo! We got 2 major areas where it goes irregular, and you only needed 4 small boxes, and wow. And finish it out. Go to the next. Oh my gosh, that is definitely irregular. How did you do? Class, you are always welcome to email me for a Zoom EKG meeting on anything throughout the semester. And to those who have already done so, I think it's been very productive. Keep up with your EKG. We are really moving, class. Thank you all so much.